At some point in your life, you may have tried to drop a few pounds but noticed your body isn't changing in spite of all your hard weight loss efforts. I'm eating healthy. I'm not snacking on chips. I walked 3 miles every day this week. Seriously, what gives? As it turns out, there are a slew of factors that affect weight loss. Diet and exercise are only 2 of them. It also depends on your starting weight, your age, and your gender. The best way to predict how much weight you can reasonably lose with basic dietary and exercise adjustment is by calculating 10% of your total body weight. For example, if your starting weight is 150 pounds, you can expect to lose about 15 pounds at first through diet and exercise alone. Beyond that, weight loss can become a tad tougher. Tough, not hopeless. Your body naturally will begin to resist losing much more weight than around 10% thanks to its caveman impulses. It will work to maintain your fat and energy stores to preserve your body. Younger adults can sometimes lose up to 20% of their body weight through straightforward diet and exercise. But for postmenopausal women, for example, it might only be 5 to 7%. Weight loss is also generally less speedy for women compared to men. Men do tend to lose weight faster than women. But when you look at the total amount of weight loss over time, it's not as different as you might think. It might take men 2 to 3 months to lose 10%, while it takes women 5 to 6 months. Now that you have understand those major physiological influencing factors, here are 20 possible behavioral reasons for why your weight just isn't changing, and what you can do to overcome each one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1. You're way overestimating your muscle weight. Raise your hand if you've ever thought something like the following after weighing yourself. I'm still losing fat. I'm just strength training really hard and gaining muscle. Most of us have done it, but the problem is, it doesn't work that way. Muscle is similar in density to water, while fat has a higher density. So it's not an apples to apples exchange. In other words, refusing to reevaluate your weight loss strategy because you're quote-unquote working on building muscles can result in your fat composition staying out. Consider tweaking your diet a bit to create a caloric deficit to move the needle. Or try HIIT workouts to get your heart rate up and burn fat. Number 2, you're eating less but still picking unhealthy foods. If you consume fewer calories than you expend, it's definitely possible to lose about 10% of your total body weight through dieting alone. But if you want to lose more, you can't just keep cutting calories. You have to change the type of food you eat and focusing more on the quality of calories versus the quantity. For example, if you order in delivery for dinner every night, eating fewer restaurant-prepared meals every week for lunch will probably help you shed some pounds at first. But eventually, the weight loss is going to stop unless you make the switch to even healthier lunches, like made with fewer oils, dressing, and etc. on a consistent basis. Once you've changed the quality of your calories and are consuming better for you foods with more satiating power, you'll also naturally eat less calories, which can make weight loss continue past the 10% point. Number 3, you're not keeping track of what you're eating. It's human nature to judge ourselves favorably, dismissing or underestimating our bad decisions and emphasizing are good ones. Translation: you're likely to pat yourself on the back for eating a salad on Tuesday while overlooking the fact that you ate 2 bowls of B&J for dessert, and then still wonder why you're not losing weight. Tracking your caloric intake in a visible, tangible way, like in a food journal or on an app, can help keep you accountable and help you, quote-unquote, eliminate the bias we all have towards ourselves. Number 4. You're not eating enough plant-based protein. Generally speaking, protein has benefits. It fills you up, which means you'll eat less food over time, and also helps you build muscle, skin, and healthy bones. But when it comes to weight loss, not all protein is created equal. Over-consuming animal protein and the fat that typically comes with it, too much can lead to weight gain and other health problems like diabetes. Number 5. You're not looking at the big picture. Frustrated because you've been on your diet for 3 months and you've only lost like 8 pounds? Before you freak out and try some new fad diet, think about whether your goal is just to lose as much weight as possible right this second, or to slim down healthfully over time, so you can keep the weight off permanently. Instead of taking a short-term POV on weight loss, consider looking at how your weight has changed over the last several years and how you would like to feel several years from now too. Number 6. You're not eating whole foods. If you've blown off diets focused on eating whole, clean foods, think Mediterranean diet. You might want to reconsider. Nutrition experts have known for a long time that diets full of whole foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, and protein are associated with better weight loss results than diets packed with processed foods like cereals, crackers, and pre-packed meals. Number 7. You're eating too many healthy foods. Yes, sometimes too much of a good thing can be not so good. And just because you swapped your nightly bowl of ice cream to Greek yogurt doesn't mean you can't eat twice as much. The basic rule of fewer calories in, more calories out still applies, even when what you're eating is healthy. Number 8. Your cardio isn't intense enough. If you want to walk your weight loss, you would have to walk 10 to 12 miles per day. Walking 1 or 2 miles, like so many people do, is good for you in a million ways, but weight loss isn't one of them. Instead, if you want your exercise to yield weight loss, you could benefit from choosing activities that will boost your heart rate, like boot camps, cycling classes, CrossFit sessions, or other high-intensity workouts that maximize cardio. Number 9. You're drinking sugary beverages. If you're hungry and eat a cookie, you'll be less hungry, or you'll eat less lunch. But when you drink 150 calories, it doesn't impact your hunger at all. So you drink a soda, then you still eat a normal lunch, and all you've done is add 150 calories to your daily intake, versus splurging on a cookie and naturally course correcting by eating 150 calories less later on. Number 10. You're not sleeping well. Working the right shift puts you at a major disadvantage. The disruption to your circadian rhythm, he explains, can lead to weight gain. And switching back and forth between night and day shifts, like many people do in order to spend more time with family, is the worst of all. It's just non-stop disruption, otherwise healthy, normal sleep pattern. Number 11. You work at a desk job. Never underestimate the power of keeping your body moving regularly throughout the day. Overly sedentary lifestyle make it harder to lose weight. If you wake up every morning and then sit at a desk for work, then come home and sit on the couch to watch TV, weight loss won't happen. Number 12. You're eating too often. Getting the right amount of calories in a short period of time, followed by a longer period of time where you get little to no calories, can be more beneficial to your health than eating all day long, even if it's small, healthy meals or snacks. You should talk to your doctor or a nutritionist before trying an intermittent fasting diet. This way, they can help you figure out a schedule that makes sense for you. There are also some group of people for which intermittent fasting is not recommended, like anyone with blood sugar regulation issues, like diabetes, and pregnant people. Number 13. You're not drinking enough water. Can drinking water really help with weight loss, or is that just an urban legend? It's for real. Number 14. You're drinking too much alcohol. Not to be a killjoy, but your weekly happy hour could also be interfering with your goals. Alcohol is connected to weight gain for a few reasons. 1. It contains empty calories, which can grow astronomically high when you start drinking cocktails. And 2, it changes your relationship to food. People typically eat more when they drink because their appetite is increased and they stop paying close attention to calorie consumption. Drinking alcohol may also negatively change the way your body burns fat. Number 15. You have a medical condition that makes it harder. Any medical condition that affects your hormones, like hypothyroidism or polycystic ovary syndrome, your insulin levels like diabetes, or your blood pressure like heart disease, will make it more difficult to lose weight. Any injury which results in limited mobility can also contribute to weight gain, partly because it can lead to muscle loss. And less muscle means you are burning less when your body is at rest, and partly because it will reduce your ability to exercise regularly. Number 16. You're getting older. All the diet and exercise in the world won't cancel out the fact that it's just plain harder to lose weight the older you are. In your 20s, you might be able to cut back on booze and cake for a few weeks when you want to lose 5 pounds. But in your 40s, it's gonna take more effort. Focus on resistance training to build muscle mass, which can ultimately help you burn more at rest and in turn jumpstart your weight loss if you're stuck. Number 17. You're stressed or depressed. Major life changes like divorce or death in the family are often a trigger to weight gain. Stress eating is a real thing, and when you're depressed, you're typically not focused on counting calories or exercising because it takes so much effort just to make it through the day. Number 18. You have unresolved trauma. Well, this is heavy stuff. It's important to be aware of the correlation between abuse and weight gain. A history of sexual abuse is often linked to weight gain. In particular, and the number of people who have been sexually abused, especially at a young age, is staggering. Number 19. You're taking certain medications. A possibly hidden reason why you're struggling to lose weight is you're on a medication and can cause weight gain as a side effect. This includes diabetes medications, antidepressants, and steroid medications, among others. Number 20. You're struggling with food addiction. If you find yourself desperately craving for food at all costs, and it's sabotaging your diet and exercise efforts, you could be dealing with a food addiction. This doesn't mean you're not motivated or strong enough to defeat your cravings and lose weight. You may have developed an emotional reliance on food. If you are prone to binging or gorging, have trouble functioning in your job or personal life, or suffer from anxiety, depression, or insomnia, reach out to a healthcare provider ASAP to be evaluated. There are a ton of reasons you might be struggling to lose weight, even if you are dieting and exercising more. If you feel you're dealing with any of the issues above, it's worth talking to your doctor, a therapist, or a dietitian to get help so you can reach a weight you feel comfortable and healthy at.